Ex-agents.
Hola, hola.
Tinsang,
Utsi,
Range.
Anaziswa.
Ah,
Maswandi
I'm good, my brother.
it's only you know, what's been happening. It's a lot lately.
yeah, there's a lot to talk about, man. People are very angry out there. They want VAR. So I'm not sure about you guys.
Yeah, no, we saw Gayton go to the media and just, you know, told us that the money for VAR had been distributed to Safa, 13 million, to be exact. But it seems like Safa hasn't, been producing anything. So Gayton wants his money back, wants the state money back. So what do we say? Has Safa failed South African football, or is Gayton lying? We don't know.
Because
Yeah, but I believe okay. Yeah, Safa has been feeling us for a long time now. It's not the first time they've been feeling us, so it's not a surprise that they are doing these things. So,
so, Jensen, don't you think maybe it's a
Yeah, no. I
political?
think you are right.
Sorry, I was saying, don't you think maybe it's a political movement because you know that money is in politics, or is he legit this time around?
Well, I believe, to make such remarks and in public, I think he would really have something to back him up. I don't think he would just be along. I think Safa probably has failed, you know, South African football in terms of like, you know, bringing VAR into the country. And yeah, it would have helped a lot. There's a lot of things that happened last season that I didn't want to talk about, but
um,
yeah, where VAR would have been needed, maybe um, things wouldn't have turned out the way that they turned out at the end of the season.
mm. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. We definitely need VAR. But Gaton promised VAR a long time ago. I was just surprised. Why is this thing starting now? So it could be one political, because I'm sure there's other channels to complain, Wabon. There's other
Mhm.
channels to keep Safa accountable than just to go to
Mhm.
the media or post on social media. So could be a political move to for him to look like he has job, so people can trust him. Plus, also, I'm sure there's maybe lawsuits or other policy the money, maybe you fire them or you take them to court or something there. But yeah, hopefully it's legit and hopefully we get VAR because we need it, man. Shenanigans has been happening, like you're saying. All teams have been benefiting. Everyone has been benefiting.
Yeah, you mean it right
Yes.
there, like because what
Yeah, hey, there are a lot of teams that benefited, actually. Yeah, you are right. You are right. There are a lot of decisions uh, that were very controversial and
feel free,
hey,
Jensen. This is
I,
my podcast, man. Feel free. Say anything you want.
no,
Which thing is there?
There's a specific match, maybe.
Yeah, this
no,
specific.
no, no. Especially the big matches, Chiefs and Pirates,
Yeah,
Pirates and Sundowns. Hey, most of the Chiefs games, I think,
yeah.
yeah, there were a lot
Uh,
of decisions that went against them, that I thought were very much unfair. And not all of them, but there were some, especially in the big matches where I felt Chiefs were very disadvantaged in terms of like decisions. We can't always blame the referee because sometimes the referee themselves, they can misjudge a situation, and that's where VAR comes in place. you know Not only to rectify but to give the referee a different insight or different angle of any incidents, or any decisions that might happen in the pitch.
Yeah. Do
So
you think if VAR was there, Kaizer Chiefs was gonna win the net bank?
what a good question, my guy.
That for me, it fairness, I think, yeah. To say they would win, I mean that's another thing.
Okay.
But just to say, if they had a fair game, maybe they might have stood a chance. But we
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
But all in all, we just want the fans to be happy about the decisions that are taken in the pitch and that the game was fairly won. Because you can't say if maybe Chiefs, the decision had went on their side, they would have won. So yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just about the fairness of the game, so that the fans themselves are
Yeah.
also happy that each
Mm.
team is being treated fairly.
Yeah.
So,
Prob-
my guy, the way in Gaten is pushing the thing, do you think maybe it feels like if we have VR, maybe VR can help us live this South African football? Because you can't just push something like VR. We have to have a belief, or maybe it will help us. Do you think VR can help us in that manner?
Definitely, Dan. I think cannot of things in football that come with it, like the goal line technology. We've seen a lot of goals that should have been or shouldn't have been, and we have seen a lot of teams take advantage of VAR not being there. Some silly challenges where people went VAR coming in play, would see a lot of fairness and uh, you know professionalism in terms of like player fair play as well. So I think, yeah, there's a lot of benefits that come with VAR.
Yeah, yeah. But one thing is that VAR is not perfect. Remember, it's being operated by people. So someone must call the referee to say, hey, we're not sure
Yeah,
here. Come and look at that screen. And then the
yeah.
referee, when he gets to that screen, he can either stick to his original decision or change his mind. So it's not perfect,
Mm.
but it makes the decision process easier, and at least there's accountability, you see. Plus, these days, they even introduced that thing where the referee can speak and the whole stadium can hear his decision, which is another level. But yeah, I think yeah, it will add some sense of a level nyana to the PSL. It's gonna give us a credibility nyana. We're gonna look like as a serious league, because we're already big in Africa. So if we have VAR, we have serious technology, then yeah, we are increasing as well. But another thing, we need to invest in our teams. I think that's also one thing Gaton must look into. Our stadiums, our facilities, our teams, their facilities, what their buses they're using, how much the players are earning on average. You get what I'm saying? So there's still a lot of things to do to get our PSL on that level. But yeah, VAR is just one step on the stepping block. Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, no. I think that's true. I think that's true. VR will help a lot for decision making. So it's like a decision support tool in some way. But you did highlight, some key things that still have to improve. We have our infrastructures that, especially in our sports, the stadiums haven't been improved. Since 2010, most of them, the facilities, the training facilities. We want advancement. We want, the South African standards just to keep in line with the global standards, especially with the European standards in terms of like how we advance in our, football. But also, it's not only on Gayton, but I feel like it's on Safa as well to take that initiative, since they are the ones that are running the ball in the courtyard. So I think is it Donny? Was that Safa president who's been there for like since we were born, and he hasn't left his seat?
Didn't Jordan. Didn't
Yeah, yeah,
Jordan.
no, yeah. Unfortunately, I would say I think he has to step down. With him, we haven't seen any improvement.
100%, 100%. There was allegations, Musa. I think they went to court some few months ago. They allegations that he was involved in corruption and stuff.
Yeah,
Don't know if you remember.
yeah, I remember.
Mm.
Because hey, niggas, I think I was planning to call Gaten tomorrow. Say that money just call for money back so that we can sponsor our podcast, man. We need sponsors. We need
No, no, no.
agents because you can see the network is very, very poor. So we need
Yes.
something to improve
Yeah,
something like this because we can record like this
yeah, no, no.
time, man. So
You are right. They should support the local punditry. So yeah, maybe we need to take that to Gaten. Let's write a letter, bring it to Gaten.
Yeah,
Maybe we can get some cool equipments, a studio, and then we can get
something
up and
nice.
going.
Yeah,
and
something
then I
nice.
will try something like that because we have something we are pushing. Even myself, I can feel it. That we are cooking, gents, and I'm very, very happy to
Yeah,
be with you. Talk about football.
yeah,
I chose football because I know I hate dramas. I hate a lot of stuff. So football is just football, man. We talk about football, nothing much. Even if it's a drama, they won't come for us, man. They won't hate us. They don't even care because they know media is behind them all the time. So let's keep on pushing, gents. So we can talk about MTN 8 because MTN 8 is in a process. We saw the matches on weekend, Sundowns against Golden Arrows, Orlando Pirates against Skukune United, something like that. So what's your take in Mamelodi Sundowns? Because this season they are using a different approach. It's not like past season or last season. Last season they were very, very compact. Tactical wise, they were very, very smart. But this season uh, they're not promising. They're not giving us that football we were expecting like last season. What's your take on that?
yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, so from what you're saying is that Sundown last season when they started. Locally speaking, let's start there. What Sundown won? Local. They won nothing. They won nothing. Black Label, MTN League, they won nothing. So the last season they were not good. That's what I'm saying. Last season, Sundown was bad. It was bad. That's the truth. So I think they're doing the same thing here. They lost final, I think so. Last season as well. I think they started like this. It's the same thing repeating. So is doing the same thing. But the thing that I like about the match, the Golden Arrows match, is that he was trying to balance the players. He was trying to see who plays well with who, because I don't think he did that a lot with preseason. So I think Gaton wants to see his formation, trying to build what do you call it, a first team. Every team has a first team, the first starting 11. Right? Who and who is always gonna be there. The first, the bomb squad, if I could call it that. So I believe he's building that. Whether it's the right time to be doing that, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's not too late for Melody Sundowns to change that scoreline around. So yeah, but yeah, Melody Sundowns was bad last season. So hopefully this season maybe we're gonna see something different.
Anything, Kodani, or do you think maybe they will come back on a second leg game? Because in first game they lost, then there's a second game. Do you think they will come back?
Yeah, I mean, like there's high chances that I think playing at home, well, we've seen they play quite well at home, although, they were not at their best last season. I still think there's a high chance that they win the game. I think they've quality players. Arrows, tactically, they were wise. Um, defensively, they were solid. And you could see the hunger, the resilience that they had, just to take all the pressure that Sundowns was bringing. But I think, at some stage, with the first game went, I think Cardoso will go back to the drawing board, and I think he will strategize. And I think in the second leg, yeah, I would say the probabilities are high for Sundowns to come back. On my side, I think as much as I see how they play, I think they will definitely come back in the second leg and win it.
So, in other words, you're saying maybe Orlando Pirates, because they already won the first match. Today they were playing against Kokune again, then they battered them 2-0. So, do you think maybe the next match they can win it and go to the final? Because if they are going to the final, it's Mamelodi Sundowns against Orlando Pirates. So, which team do you think they can leave that MTN8?
Well, you have to look at it's not easy to beat a team three times in a row. So Pirates won the first time. They just beat Eskukune again today. Three times in a row. That's not easy, honestly speaking. So next match might be a draw. Then they might win aggregate. Pirates. Then we don't know from Arrows and Sundown side. Maybe Sundown might come back, go through, or Arrows might defend the score. They might pack the bus because that's what small teams do when they play against big teams like Sundowns. They packing the bus. Then they play on counters or they play on like set pieces once they get those opportunities. But we'll just see. Only time can tell. But if we were to have a final between Pirates and Sundowns, I think it's gonna be interesting and more entertaining. So because this team they are pretty much on the same level, and yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to watch that final than a Golden Arrow or a Skukune versus Golden Arrow. I don't think it's gonna be that entertaining. That's my take.
But something like I don't remember if it's last season on that Club World Cup. Then, I think it's UEFA. Barcelona lost to Inter Milan. So when Inter Milan faced PSG, it was a disaster. So sometimes in giving maybe a small team a chance is very good than giving a big team a chance, because when they go for final, they will just flop. So that final was very weak. The way I see it, you can't just go in a final and lose 5-0. That's something else. Tactical wise, you didn't plan that match. So all in all, gents, let's wait and see what will happen